If you saw my previous video, you've probably seen this deck, or at least a variation of it. But now, we've updated it with the help of the good folks over at the r/Wild Hearthstone Discord. Check them out, they're great. We've got Darkest Hour Warlock, Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. So if you don't know what the deck does, if you're new to the channel, hi, my name is Real Provoker. Well, basically, this is what the deck does. You Reform Scheme, or Fiendish Circle. Either's fine. Reform Scheme's better because it's 3 mana, but you know. Then, you Blood Bloom out Darkest Hour. Then you win the game. Or you basically win the game because you cheat out large minions like Charged Devilsaur, Ragnaros, Lich King, Mal'Ganis, Voidlord, Yasharaj, which cheats out another big minion. Nerubian Unraveler means you don't lose to Big Priest, or any deck running board clears. Voidcaller is something you can play on turn 4, you can pop it with your Sacrificial Pact. You know, it's alright. Demon Wrath, don't die at aggro. Defile, don't die at aggro. Mortal Coil, draws you your cards, also don't die at aggro. There's a theme here. Aggro's a terrible matchup. You do not want to play against aggro when playing this deck, because 90% of the time you'll lose. It's not very fun. You basically need to have Voidcaller Sack Pact into Voidlord, Mal'Ganis as well, I suppose, to have a chance. Implosion is also something you can use to stem the bleeding a bit. But yeah, this is the deck. It's quite a fun deck. I do enjoy winning the game on turn 3 sometimes, when I get the nut draw. It happens. But yeah, let's go wreck some noobs at rank 2. Because everyone knows rank 2 is basically rank 25 standard. That's pretty much how it goes. Yeah. And we are playing against... probably even Shaman. Not the greatest matchup. Defile, I don't know. Defile's not amazing against even Shaman because they play a lot of big butts. I'm just going to keep Fiendish Circle. Sack Pact Voidcaller. That's not the worst, assuming we draw into a Voidcaller. They do run Hex sometimes. Devolve as well. Devolving a Voidcaller. Well, not even a Voidcaller. The Void Lord isn't the greatest thing. Oh, it's Murloc Shaman. Okay. Maybe we should have kept Defile then. Yeah, I just assumed it was even because I've seen more even Shamans. But yeah, we tap. That's a terrible, terrible draw. If it hits turn 10 and we slam this, we've probably lost by then against an aggro deck. So yeah, Defile would be really good here actually. So, but I just don't like it against even Shaman. We do have Voidcaller, Voidlord, so that's a plus. They may just play the Lord. Yeah, the Lord. And we are very much in shitting ourselves mode. We could even double Sack Pact, but the 3 attacks very relevant against this. He can just trade, boop. Make us very sad. If he's running the 0 mana Murlocs, he could even hop it with this, and that's a scary 1-drop to be staring down, honestly. You will try and Implosion this next turn, because it 66% chance. Okay, now it's 100% chance, that's a lot better. Yeah, 100% chance to kill this. If we get average, I'll take the value trade there. And we might just Darkest Hour next turn, depending on what he does. I don't really want to play the long game against this deck. Oh, he just plays a Tasty Fin. Oh, he does run those. Okay. Do I be greedy here? I think we're going to be greedy here. It's probably the wrong play, but we're going to be greedy here. Yeah, so the greed play is this. He's not going to be able to kill us. He won't be able to clear this. If he's running Murlocs, the only spells he's going to be running, he's not going to be running Maelstrom Portal. I wouldn't run it. He might discover Maelstrom Portal, actually. Shit. That's not good. Okay, he's just going to flood the board. That's fine. We can deal with it. Hopefully he goes face. Because he's not going to have much burn in his deck. He might be running Lava Burst. I've seen lists run Lava Burst. Bloodlust is irrelevant if we pull the right minions. And we are just going to go face first because there's no reason not to. We don't care about any of his minions, we just Dark Star and then... Oh, that's a juicy board. We'll go face. And he needs to kill us, or we'll just win next turn. Yeah, I love how Lich King always gives you the exact cards you need in the moment. Like, I definitely want Obliterate and not like Death and Decay or something. Not that it matters, but you get the idea. So, not the greatest matchup, but we still got there. Might queue into him again, actually. It's Wild Ladder. So, it's not possible that we just queue into Murloc Shaman again. It's not the worst matchup, and it's a good rogue, so it's probably the Kingsbane aggro rogue, which is a appallingly terrible matchup in all honesty, but we do have a decent draw, and we do just have the combo in hand, so I'm happy just to... Yeah, that's a great hand. I don't even think we're going to tap this game. We don't need to against an aggro deck. Fishing for Defile might be important, but losing the 2 life might just... Oh, so he's not casting anything. He might just be Mill Rogue, then. Could just be a Mill Rogue, or just a bad... Okay, it is the Kingsbane Rogue, okay. Best draw will be... Yeah, so... we do have turn 5 combo, but it's whether we live that long. We're probably going to live to that long, but we might then still lose the turn, which... Okay, that's... You know, of all Kingsbane aggro starts, this is not the fastest. Like, ideally he'd have like the turn 1 Buccaneer, and then to turn 2, second Buccaneer, Kingsbane, but yeah, I'm not going to plot twist, we've got the combo. Ideal draw next turn would be Void Caller, because then we can just play that, play Void Lord. Some of the taunts might stick around. Ooh, Tinkers. Oh, non-combo Tinkers. That's... Again, we're on 9. I'm going to do this. Now, getting the 5 is very important because they typically run Eviscerate, as far as I'm aware. And some way of, you know, getting in some damage. I mean, he's afraid of the combo, so he's Doomeranging me. That's fine. We want to gain the life. That's why we cast the Fiendish in the first place. He might just trade here. I'm completely fine with him trading a 3-1 for my 1-1. Completely fine with that. I'm so happy Patches doesn't have charge anymore, because... Yeah, okay, so we just... That's 4, that's 2. We go that. That. Darker Stellar. If I pull a Void Lord, which I don't, but yeah, if I pulled a Void Lord, I probably would have just sat back with it. Purely because I don't know if he's running Sap or not, and if he does run Sap, sapping the Void Lord would have meant... What am I saying? Sapping the Void Lord would have been very bad, whereas just sapping the Lich King and still having 3 taunts in play is a lot better. And he might just have the sap for the Lich King. Yeah, he does have the sap for the Lich King, so if it was Void Lord, yeah. Is he just going to double sap me? He might just have lethal now, actually. Proving that even with the combo, you will sometimes still lose to aggro. It happens. He has just hit me with Patches. If he's 1 off, that's fine. I do have lethal on him next turn, potentially. Yeah, I do. I do have lethal if he doesn't have lethal. If he does have Abyss, that's bad. Okay, so he doesn't have lethal. His Kingsbane was 6, so Sack Pact doesn't save us. Sack Pact definitely doesn't save us. What does save us is Mortal Coil into Voidcaller, and Voidcaller it is. He has to play both as saps. Yeah, we do that. Get Mal'Ganis. I'm gonna play it like this. Hopefully we pull Voidlord because it's just another way of guaranteeing. Okay. So he needs to both kill this and yeah, and he's played both his yeah, and he's lost the game. We'll play it. So aggro's not unwinnable by any stretch. It's not great, but you can still beat them with a good draw. And I have got the double Sack Pact, which I only added recently. I only added it just before I started making this video. I was running Corrupting Mist in its place, but I wasn't really seeing that much of like even Shaman, you know, even Warlock, the sort of things where, you know, having that removal at a cheap price would have made a difference. So I put in the other Sack Pact and it's working great. We'll try one more game. Hopefully we get to play against Big Priest. I want to show you guys how the Big Priest matchup works. I know in the previous video we played against Big Priest, but that was kind of a stomp. I want to show you what happens when it goes wrong. I mean, my rank's going to suffer for it, but eh. And hey, be careful what you wish for, you just might get it. So, okay, so Reform Scheme is always a keep. Always keep Reform Scheme. I don't care. Reform Scheme is always a keep. Unless you've got 2 Reform Schemes in hand, I'd maybe ship 1. But I do like having the extras. And that's the thing about the token generations. You do run multiples. Because, 1, you need them, and 2, you can just run them out on curve to stem the bleeding. Because if opponents suspect that you're on Darkest Hour, and, you know, if you're playing Fiendish Circle, they know you're on Darkest Hour.
Job's done.
They will just trade their minions into the imps to try not to get Darkest Houred. Like, a line of play that can happen, and that is the worst draw in our deck against Big Priest. We need that on the board. What can just happen is, you know, you can just play that on 4, and then coin out Darkest Hour, and then you've got a load of dudes. Like, next turn I'm probably just going to Fiendish Circle, just because, I mean, if he bonds us, then we've probably lost the game, to be honest with you. Same as any other deck. And this does look like the turn 4 bonds. Yep, it does. Depending on what he pulls, it's Lich King. He's not the worst thing he could have pulled. If it was Ragnaros, that would have been bad. We are just going to Fiendish Circle with him. See if we can draw out a Lash. We do have a terrible draw, to be fair. Death and Decay. Enemy Lich King always pulls the spells he needs. My Lich King never does that. Never does that. Sack Pact. Yeah, we probably just lost this one, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm just gonna... I might as well just Mortal Coil that. Double Sack Pact against the Big Priest. It's more of a hedge against aggro, to be honest with you. Yeah, if he does just res, and it's a good chance he's going to get a resurrect here. Spirit Lash. Again, we can still combo, but we're missing 2 combo pieces. Otis would be a great draw. That's a terrible draw. That's Darkest Hour. I'm going to play that. Like, I think we've lost the game already. If he's got another Lash, I think we just concede. But yeah, he might just discover another Lash here. If he's trading, I don't think it's Lash. I mean, if the board sticks, we do just Darkest Hour next turn. Death Grip. I mean, The only issue is we've drawn both of our Nerubians. It's really bad. Really bad. Okay, so not only have we drawn both our Nerubians, I mean, we are just going to Dark Star, that's what our deck's built to do. Ideally that kills them. Do we sack back and get a Void Lord? No, because he's probably going to clear us, and then we probably need the Void Lord to have any chance of winning, and we probably don't win, to be honest. Death Grip's actually pretty good against the Big Priest. Stealing FI is always relevant. Him pulling Void Lord's actually bad for him because it pollutes his res pool. Might just be able to win a normal game. Psychic Scream. That is not the card you want to see. And Death Grip might as well. We've lost this game 100%. We've 100% lost this game, but I'm gonna play it out. Now, it was unfortunate that we drew both of our Nerubian Unravelers. I think if we pulled one, we might have had a chance, but you know, variance is a thing, and you got Obliterate. Time when it is good, and he's gonna get Lich King back. As much as I love playing Big Priest, I've got the deck in Golden, full Golden, including both Katrina and Vargoth. It is not fun to play against, and I do recognise the community's outcry against it. That's the best thing we can do. We can just play big minions, but he's got ways of cheating them.
Thank you.
And our main way of cheating them is, yeah, he's just spamming us. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. No, we'll play it out, we'll play it out. We'll be nice to this guy. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, Shiroj. Oh, that's another Darker Star. If we had a Fiendish Circle left, we could have just got Lich King, Void Lord, Void Caller. It's not the worst pulls. What sort of burst damage would he have here? He could have Frostmourne, Death and Decay, Death Coil. It's very likely he's got one of those, to be honest with you. I'm going to play Ashuraj, pray for Void Lord, and we don't. Okay, so we probably lost. Probably lost no matter what play I took, but Lich King, if he obliterates that, I'm kind of screwed. Whereas this, if I get Void Lord, there's a chance that I don't just lose to obliterate. He's got it. So the deck's not infallible. I'd say Big Priest is an alright matchup. It's not the worst matchup, it's not the best matchup. You can just not draw them. But again, I'd say it's still a better matchup than aggro. Both those aggro decks we played against, I was on the back foot. But, you know, with a good draw, you can beat any deck in the format. It's a very fun deck to play if you like, you know, cheating minions out. You know, if you thought Big Priest wasn't unfair enough, then you'll love Darkest Hour. It's a great deck. Probably the best new deck from the Rise of Shadows expansion. Certainly would recommend it if you've got, you know, a spare 11k dust kicking about, or if you like Big Priest and have already got the deck. There's not too many new cards to build, to craft for the deck. You know, there's obviously the Darkest Hours, you know, the Schemes and the Imp Generators, they're common, you've probably already got those. But effectively, this deck's the new Naga Giants. It's very unfair to play against. I've never played against it, personally, but I imagine it's a very unfair deck to play against once they got the combo off, much like Naga Giants was, except with Unraveler, there's less counterplay. So I do expect this deck to get nerfed at some point. Probably Blood Bloom would be my nerf target. But yeah, play this deck while you can. It's a really, really powerful deck. Not the most consistent, but with a nut draw, it can beat anything. I will be making more videos in the coming days. I am really enjoying making videos for Hearthstone at the moment. If you like this video, feel free to like, feel free to subscribe, feel free to dislike if you really want to. like, all attention is good attention, to be honest. I'll be making more videos on other decks in the format. I was playing Reno Mage before this, so I might make a video on Reno Mage. And yeah, hopefully I'll see some of you guys soon. Peace out.